Have you ever wondered why some men not born into wealth, not blessed with outrageous talent, not even particularly charismatic, somehow rise above the noise and own their time, their destiny, and their freedom, while others spend their lives chasing crumbs? Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the reality of modern masculinity, success, and the war for your time, your focus, and your future. If you're tired of surface-level motivation and want the raw, unfiltered truth about what it takes to build a life of power and purpose, then this is your home. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and buckle up, because today's video just might flip your entire understanding of success upside down. Let's start with this. What if I told you that the obsession with getting rich quick is the very thing keeping you broke, weak, and lost? That the fantasy of waking up one morning with $1 million in your account isn't just unrealistic, it's dangerous. Because it hijacks the one currency more valuable than money: time. In 1946, a man named Viktor Frankl published a haunting memoir titled Man's Search for Meaning. He was a Holocaust survivor, a psychiatrist, and someone who saw humanity stripped to the bone. What kept a man alive, he discovered, wasn't physical strength. It wasn't even hope. It was meaning. And that meaning, he said, came from how you used your time in the face of suffering. Now bring that back to you, right now. In 2025, you're not in a concentration camp. You're likely holding a phone that costs more than your ancestors earned in months. You've got the internet, a roof, maybe even a gym membership. And yet, you're still broke, still directionless, still distracted. You know why? Because modern life has one singular mission: to steal your time, not your wallet. Your time. Because the man who loses his time has already lost his future. You scroll TikTok for financial hacks. You binge YouTube videos about crypto booms, real estate shortcuts, and side hustles that promise $10K a month with just your phone. But here's the truth they never tell you. It's not the lack of money that's killing your future. It's your casual relationship with time. And here's the twist that will sting. You don't really want to be rich. You just want to escape the pain of being average. The real difference between a high-value man and everyone else, it's not genetics, education, or even connections. It's how ruthless he is with his time. While you hit snooze and rationalize just 10 more minutes, he's already knee-deep in strategy. While you say yes to every weekend plan, he's saying no to anything that doesn't sharpen his edge. While you measure weeks in paychecks, he measures seconds in progress. Because here's the truth that burns. Discipline is wealth in disguise. Think about this. In 1519, Hernán Cortés arrived in the New World with 600 men. He was outnumbered, outmatched, and deep in hostile territory. So what did he do? He burned his ships. He eliminated the possibility of retreat. Why? Because when men have no escape plan, they fight like gods. That same fire, the willingness to burn the ships of comfort, addiction, and distraction, is what separates successful men from the forgettable. So ask yourself, have you burned your ships yet? Or are you still trying things out? There's a quiet tragedy in modern men. We've been sedated by comfort. Your ancestors fought wolves, crossed oceans, and built civilizations with nothing but grit and a blade. You fight urges to scroll. You battle cravings for sugar and validation. You chase dopamine instead of legacy. And don't get it twisted. This isn't about becoming a monk. It's not about waking up at 4 a.m. to stare at a blank wall and meditate. It's about forging the mental steel to recognize that time is either your weapon or your leash. Why do you think tech companies spend billions? Yes, billions, with armies of behavioral scientists studying how to keep you on a screen longer? Why does every notification come with a vibration, a ping, a red circle? Because they've already figured it out. The longer they hold your attention, the more money they make. Your time is their revenue, your distraction is their fortune. And yet, you give it away for free. So here's a brutal question. How many hours have you donated to someone else's dream this week? Don't look at your bank account. Look at your calendar. There are men right now, your age, your situation, who are quietly, obsessively building their freedom brick by brick. You don't see them because they're not posting about it. They're too busy stacking. They're too focused to care what you think. And one day you'll meet them in a boardroom or a gym or on a beach somewhere, and you'll wonder how they did it. They did it by treating their time like a king guards his throne, with intensity, clarity, and zero tolerance for waste. If that makes you uncomfortable, good, you're waking up. You're realizing that every minute you spend in indecision, in indulgence, in avoidance, costs you something you can never earn back. You can make more money. You can rebuild your body. You can recover lost relationships, but you will never ever get back wasted time. And here's the paradox. When you stop obsessing over getting rich quick and start getting ruthless with your time, the money comes anyway. The opportunities appear. The clarity sharpens. Because for the first time, you're no longer operating in chaos. You're working with intention. Let me paint you a picture. A young man wakes up every day with a quiet rage, not at the world, but at himself. He's tired of being average, tired of watching life pass by while he scrolls and dreams. So he does something radical. He builds a schedule, not one filled with 10 tasks, just 3 non-negotiables. Wake up at 6, train at 7, build for 3 hours, no matter what. And every time he honors that schedule, a part of him grows. A part of him starts to believe, not in the fantasy, but in his own execution. Days turn to weeks, momentum forms, the mirror changes, his voice gets deeper, his handshake gets firmer. And one day, people start asking him, what's your secret? He doesn't have one. He just got ruthless with time. That's the cheat code they never told you. You don't need to chase millions to feel powerful. You need to dominate your minutes. Because when a man controls his time, he controls his destiny. But let's go even deeper. There's a study out of Stanford that analyzed peak performers across multiple disciplines. Military commanders, elite athletes, top-tier CEOs. You'd think the one trait they all shared was IQ or talent. It wasn't. It was something called temporal intelligence, their ability to structure, guard, and manipulate time to produce results. These men didn't wait for motivation. They didn't make excuses. They weaponized structure. While average people lived in reaction, they lived in rhythm. That's what you must build. A rhythm so sacred, so powerful, that no distraction, no girl, no failure, no delay can break it. A rhythm rooted in discipline, not dopamine. You want to know what true masculinity looks like in a world gone soft? It's not screaming into a podcast mic or flexing your bank account. It's sitting in silence with zero validation, no likes, no applause, just the weight of your schedule, and choosing to execute anyway. That's masculine power. And still, some will hear this and think, but what's the point if I'm not rich yet? The point is that your value isn't proven by your bank account. It's proven by how you handle your minutes when no one is watching. Riches will come, but character must come first. And you don't build character by waiting for lightning to strike. You build it by crafting a life where your time is accounted for, not wasted. Let me tell you a story. In the 1800s, there was a man named Cornelius Vanderbilt. He didn't come from money. He didn't have a college degree. At 16, he borrowed $100 to buy a boat. People laughed. He wasn't brilliant. He wasn't stylish. But he had one weapon: obsession with efficiency. While other men drank and boasted, Vanderbilt was measuring routes, watching tides, shaving off minutes from each trip. Within years, he built a shipping empire. Later, he moved into railroads. By the time of his death, he was worth $100 billion in today's money. Not because he chased riches, but because he was obsessed with time. And now you, in 2025, have tools Vanderbilt could only dream of, yet you wasted. Every hour lost in useless chatter, porn, social scrolling, overindulgence, weak friendships, is a brick removed from the fortress you were born to build. Some of you watching this still think you have time. But let me tell you something brutal: you don't. There is a man somewhere right now, your exact age, waking up earlier than you, saying no to distractions more than you, training harder than you, learning faster than you, reading more than you, thinking deeper than you. Not because he's better, but because he respects time more. You're not competing against him. You're competing against the version of yourself he'll become while you stall. So what now? Now, you become dangerous. You draw a line. You decide that from this moment forward, your time is sacred. That means your mornings are not negotiable. Your evenings are not for scrolling. Your weekends are not a blur of pleasure-seeking. Every block of time has a mission, and if it doesn't build you, you cut it. That might mean saying no to people who waste it. It might mean deleting apps that steal it. It might mean waking up before the sun, not for some aesthetic hustle culture fantasy, but because the man who controls the morning controls the world. There's a quote that says, "You become what you do daily." That's not just philosophy, that's neuroscience. The human brain wires itself based on repetition. Every day you delay discipline, your brain strengthens the habit of weakness. Every day you execute, you forge new neural paths that make success easier next time. So no, discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent enough to change your brain. But let's be real, this isn't easy. If it were, every man would do it. This is a battle. Every single day, you will be tempted. You will be laughed at. You will be misunderstood. People will say you've changed. They're right. You're not soft anymore. You're not the nice guy who says yes to everything. You're becoming a man who is ruthless with his time, because he knows his mission is too important to waste. And if that makes you lonely, good. Because greatness is born in solitude. The gym when it's cold. The study when it's quiet. The grind when no one claps. That's where kings are made. So what do you do next? Tonight, you delete one app that wastes your time. 1. You write down 3 non-negotiable time blocks for tomorrow, not 10, just 3. And you execute them like your life depends on it. Because it does. And slowly, day by day, you'll notice something. You'll stop chasing shortcuts. You'll stop needing motivation. You'll start moving with force, clarity, and fire. The man who once dreamed of riches will now command them, not by chasing them, but by becoming the man worthy of them. That's the hidden truth. Wealth doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who command time like kings. You were not born to be average. You were not meant to live distracted, drained, and docile. You were built to build, to craft a life forged in fire, focused by discipline, and elevated by time used well. So forget getting rich quick. Get ruthless with your time, and watch everything else fall into place. Thanks for watching. If this message hit you in the chest, don't just live it. Drop a comment below and let the world know what time-wasting habit you're cutting today. Subscribe for more raw truth on modern masculinity, and share this with a brother who needs to hear it. Your time starts now. Make it count.